So today we're in Culross in Fife. I've been here before, but what I'm doing is I'm going to be test shooting with the new camera and seeing how we get on with it. So this camera here will be attached to the ZF, as I've done in the past with the ZFC. Basically for convenience, it makes it much easier for me to vlog just now. Okay, anyway, I've seen the picture, I'm going to take it. So unfortunately there's some scaffolding going up or down around the house here, so that's going to make some of the images a bit poor. I'll just have to photograph elsewhere. I've also switched the camera to auto ISO using the C function here, because the sun keeps going in and out, and when you're shooting manual, which I like to do, it's a bit of a nightmare. So I put it to auto ISO and I just need to concentrate on my speed, basically pointing the camera and shooting, making sure my f-stop's right, and that's it. So it's a quaint old village that has been in many films over the years and series such as Outlander, so you might actually recognise some of the places. One of my favourites is this old clock tower here. There's a banner on the outside promoting Outlander and beyond. But there's nice new leaves on the trees here. I'll see if we can get a wee image there. Hold on. Okay. So this lens doesn't give me wide enough to get the whole lot in from that position. I'd have to walk further away across behind the trees to be able to get it all in, or walk over that way and photograph it from that side. In the meantime, there's some images here. Step a bit further back. Lamppost right the way. Okay. So there's a car in my view here. I don't want the car there, so I'm going to go a step forward. And it's a nice little cafe, this, the Biscuit Cafe, and I'll probably pop in there later. Used to go in with Duke, he loved it. So I just discovered one thing. The black and white mode doesn't show up in the viewfinder. So if I change it to black and white, it stays color, but the screen changes. Or it should change. Black and white is staying color. First time trying it and it's staying color. That's not good. There's one thing about this place, there's too many cars around. Way too many cars. So this is a nice street here. But again, there's cars parked on it. And I've taken photographs here before. I might show you those. Was it here or was it the other street? Well, it might be one of the two streets. There's some lovely buildings here. Just a shame people park their cars outside. So everything's looking very blue, so I think the white balance might be out. Find white balance now. Let's go to there. So I'm going to go for shade. I'm not sure if that's any better. Okay. I think what I want to do is look for little details as opposed to wide shots with so many cars around. Sign there saying no parking, please. So just the front door here. So you notice the front doors upstairs. It isn't because it's a flat. This is how they were built in the medieval times. There's a door there, but a lot of, well, not necessarily medieval, should I say, but a few hundred years ago, the front doors were high up above the main street. And where I used to live in Queensferry, there was lots of steps off the high street going in. The steps had to be taken away to let traffic through once we started using cars. Just taking snaps, really. It's in the summer. There's lots and lots of flowers around. Some spring ones just now, but it's really nice in the summer. Right. So if you want to walk up here and you're not sure-footed, it can be quite difficult because it's very, very rough. This is old style cobbles, but right up the middle, it's a bit flatter. It's a nicer walk. So stick right to the middle and you should be fine. Right, this is Hag's Wind, which takes you up and over the top. So you've got nice views looking down onto the village. So I'll try to get that into view. So I'm using 3D focusing here, so I'll look at the sign, half click, pull away, it stays in focus for the sign, and then take the picture. It's part of the 3D focus function. So this is the Market Cross. I thought coming midweek I'd get less cars. It's absolutely horrendous. It's a beautiful little place, but there's just too many cars. Yeah. Right. So I was shooting at f11 and somehow moved to f13. I always find that for some reason I managed to twiddle buttons. Now this was a really nice stairway. They've had to replace a post. It's a shame they haven't coloured it in yet to match up with the rest. But I don't have a wide angle on, so I'm not really getting it all in. And there I've got a van, and that's all right there. So we'll focus on the steps, put the van in. Okay. So exposure compensation doesn't work when you got auto ISO. So I need to find the ISO that I want. There's another problem being basically a road through the village. It's not easy for this guy. Whoa. Not easy, eh?
No.
Yeah. That's a nice bit there. That's all right. Why is that not doing anything? Okay.
Connect no drop to a hole in the window. Then what we'll do is we'll get the plug to connect it all here. So you've got a candle going and then move it in the back end.
Get rid of the car. Oh, there's So with that image I managed to avoid the red car, but from further down it's going to be very much in view. Well, there's a nice sign that tells you how old the place is. Right, so this is the old style of windows. And you can see that in Edinburgh, on the Edinburgh High Street, there's one of the buildings that's been kept like that. Brought the windows back. Get the other side of the cross. So I'll walk down the hill this way. But this is lovely. Oh, look at that. 1604. It's a lovely little garden. I always feel bad about photographing into people's windows. You can't see in. So if you want to stay here, this is the Dundonald Guest House and Cottage. We've looked in the windows to this before. It's like the guest lounge. It's absolutely beautiful. I think I could recommend that just from looking on the outside. Right, the delivery van's coming down, so I'm going to get out of the way. So this is looking back the way it was earlier. It's quite overexposed. Why? It shouldn't be overexposing. Oh, I see why. There we go. Let's get the wall. Oops, that's a bad shot. It's more of a hair trigger on this camera than the last one. And these are the plaques that let you know it's basically run by the National Trust for Scotland, and it has been for a long time, a very old sign. Again, find the middle of the street. It's a lot easier to walk on. So somebody's been up for sale and sold. I'm not sure what that is actually, whether it's this house here or just the patch. It's difficult to put a sign up, so it's probably for that house there. The rhododendron is looking nice. Compared to mine, that's almost past. Mine's hardly out yet. Yeah. It's very nice. Bad shot again. Bit of skill there. It's a bit dull now. I saw rain under the side of the Forth. That'll come in soon. So the end property here is actually a substation. It's an electricity substation. So unfortunately got nasty signage in the window which makes it look ugly, and on the door. But you could take those out of the image in post, which I will probably do right now. Well, after this picture. And it'll all look nice. There used to be an old MG park there. Might be out today. There's the local bus coming through. Yeah. Forgetting I had water. So I was drying up like mad there, and I forgot I had water in my bag. That's a bit dumb. So we've done that little loop, the causeways. Now I think it's going to rain soon. I was watching across the water and there was lots of rain there, and the wind was in this direction. It doesn't mean the rain comes in that direction, but it might. Basically, I'm leading up to going for a coffee. What we'll do is we'll have a look. That's what we'll do, is we'll go for a coffee and then come back and look at some more stuff. Alrighty, you can see the rain. I don't know if you'll see it in here, but just above the trees over there, there's rain. And it's coming this way. Time for the cafe. I shall see you there. So I know the back way. Here we are.
We're going to get wet.
Keep an eye out that way.
Very much.
So I don't know why, but the black and white isn't showing on the screen. But it is actually taking a black and white image. Gotta look into that when I get back home. So I've had my cup of coffee and a bit of rocky road. And I'll see if there's anything to photograph that will be of interest. So the wee biscuit cafe is upstairs, and there's a little craft shop underneath. There's even a bike station over there for people who cycle in, pump the tyres up and such. It's a nice little cafe, but they ran out of almost everything just now. They ran out of scones, they ran out of bacon, they ran out of soup of the day. What else? Chicken. They ran out of chicken as well. So pretty much everything on the menu they ran out of. So I had a rocky road and a coffee. And it's still a little bit chilly. Back to sorry, there's a bit of wind noise in this. I'm sure I don't have any protection on this camera. Well, you may wonder why there's a Chilean flag flying in Culross in Fife. And it's because of this guy here. And he's Thomas Cochrane, and he was the Admiral of the Fleet. He had a lot to do with the independence of Chile. Let's see if we can read this. There you go. Mm-hmm. So it's getting windy and cold. So I think that's a Chilean flag. But he had a lot to do with their independence and fighting for independence. I don't know who, actually. But I was in this area a few years ago with Duke. He made friends with a little boy who was the son of a director or a producer of a TV program from Chile. And they were making a film about Mr. Cochrane there because of what he did and what he meant to the country. So this is the Palace and Gardens. I'm in the wrong one. Yeah. So goes to CPU. So I put the little 35mm on, basically showing that guy there how it works. But I thought I might as well give it a little try out. So I'm going to set it to F8. And by rights, I should get quite a bit in focus. I've got the markers here. So it's telling me 3 meters to 2 meters sort of thing. It's feet, actually. Right, let's see if we can get some of this. And I got the peaking on the inside so I can see what's in focus and what isn't. Pretty much everything's in focus. According... Oh, that's... Oh my god, that's nice. That's really nice. It's very orange. And I'm showing underexposed for some reason. There we go. Hello. It's just, don't stop, Mum. I'm on a mission.
My husband and his son are in there, and he keeps coming back.
Sorry?
My husband and son are like in the palace.
Oh, right.
So it just keeps coming back to try and see if we can find them.
Are you looking for the bosses? Are you looking for them? Oh, dear.
And they're somewhere. I don't know
Oh,
where.
dear. Were you not allowed in? Eh? Oh, dear. Cool. So I'm going to put that exposure back to where it was because it looked more sensible. So a wee picture here. Got to get that lamp in. There we go. Have a look at the image. Whoa, I could be in some Mediterranean country. It's coming out so nice. I took pictures here before with the ZFC, and the shadows came out blue. It was just wrong. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong there. That's nice. So I'm just going to use the back screen this time. So again, the peaking tells me what's in focus, what isn't. There we go. That's really nice. It's not in focus though. Not all of it's in focus. All right. So the background wasn't in focus. I want to put it to f11. And f11, if I go infinity is in focus, start to rain. Let's see if this actually works. All right. Check the image, zoom in. That's much better. So it takes a bit more work, but I've got it in focus. That's good. It's starting to rain. Let me get out your picture. I'll get out. There you go. So for this one, I'm going to go for f2. I'm going to try and get the ball in the tree in focus. I'll get in closer. Get that ball in focus. Okay, what we got? It's quite nice. That's good.
Oh, there. I think that's
So I want to put the f-stop back to about f11. Everything should be in focus. Get the car out the image. A bit too close for the post. Okay. Bit dark. Car's in the view now, but never mind. That's okay. So what I can admit to now is the first lot of photographs are all done on DX instead of FX, which is why I wasn't getting as wide a view as I thought I should have. Bit of a silly boy. So when I put the lens back on, when I take pictures with the big lens, they'll be the correct size. Brilliant.
I was surprised.
I'll switch off. Right, so everything should now be FX full frame. I've got it back to automatic ISO. That's it. Hiya. Yeah. So, switch it on, that's a good point. Got much wider now. There we go. Yeah, that was much better. You probably get the view I wanted now from over here. It was full of people, so I won't bother. Car in the way now. Okay, how did that come out? Alright, bit dark. So I think that's me. I've had a good walk around. Most of the pictures were done on DX, which is a bit of a shame, but there's still images and they look okay. I've tried the little no-nicker 35mm and that looks okay. It's time to go back. It's quite cool now. It was quite warm when I started, but it's quite cool now. I don't have a jacket with me, it's in the car. So I'm heading back. So I'm going to do a very quick, why have I not been taking photographs? If you're not interested, then that's fine, you can head off now. So thank you very much for watching. And for everybody else, just a very quick what's happened over the last, well, between September and March, when I started getting back out and taking pictures, was my physical health was quite poor and my mental health wasn't great either. And it was more the mental health that caused me to back off from photography completely. I got quite heavily involved with things like the podcast and lots of people that were connected with that, but my mind wasn't really in the right place, and things weren't working too well for me. So I realized that I was seeing things not the right way, so I backed off. I backed off completely. I left some Facebook groups that I had just joined, and I stopped watching photography videos completely. I basically withdrew from photography almost completely. I did do some, I did still go to the club occasionally. Well, I even told them that I might not be around as often. I did some shoots with them. Auroras, Halloween, a few bits and pieces, and that's been fun to do. But generally wasn't doing anything. But I always wanted, in my own mind, to get back to what I like doing, which is taking photographs. But the physical health side declined badly after September. It was okay for September to December. Beginning of December, went on a works night out, and that knocked me for 6. And that was just before Christmas. Through Christmas and New Year, I was ill, and I was ill right through probably till now. I'm still trying to improve, and it means not only do I not have much will to go out, but I don't really have the energy to go out either. For example, just this trip today, I actually went out and, so before I came out, I went for a lie down. I had to. This morning it felt good. Planned to come out, got all my kit ready, and then I needed to go and have a lie down. So the lie down helped, and I'm out, and I'm walking around. It's been good. I haven't walked very far, but it's better than nothing. And it's going to take time before I can get back to being as fit as I was pre-September 2022, when I had a COVID reaction with my ME, and that really knocked me for six for a long time. I'm not sure I'll ever get back to that level. I'm hoping to the point where I've actually booked an international holiday at the end of September into October, and I'm going to Thailand, Hong Kong, and Guilin in China. It might be too much for me. I certainly hope not. And over this summer, I've got to get my fitness back up by coming out like this and walking. So I'll try and do some more videos for you, but I won't be videoing everything I do when I go out, but I've got to do more. So that's where things have been for me. I could talk for hours on it, to be honest, but I won't. So from me, on my 60th birthday, this is me getting out on my birthday, I say thank you for watching, and I will see you again another time. Remember, get out, take pictures, and have fun. Bye for now.